earlier this week was the province came through with $18 million that will help pay for what was going to be a twin pad arena and maybe a pool. Now it's twin pad arena and definitely a pool. Were you surprised to see that number come up?
Yes, I was, frankly. And
I know you're not a fan of pools.
well, no, I've swum in one a couple of times. But what I think council, the city needs to be careful of pools is the operating cost. And the operating costs for pools are high.
I should say you're speaking as someone who once ran a building with a swimming pool in
I'm
it.
speaking from experience, yes. Now, the sort of irony of this is that there are two 25-metre pools within a mile of each other. So they're both going to have operating challenges.
My question is, now there's a lot of money being thrown around by Jeff Leal and the Liberal government right now. I mean, we've got promises of money for healthcare, promises of money for the horse racing industry, promises of money for maybe definitely a pool. What happens if the Liberal provincial government and Jeff Leal don't get reelected? What happens to all of these promises of money that are happening in this very busy month?
This is a premature promise, if you see what I mean. I suspect the evidence will come after the election, probably.
Yeah, so I think some people, it's definitely count your chickens after they hatch.
I would suspect, yes.
You know, and if you're looking at it from who do I vote for aspect, do you say, well, the Liberals gave me this, I should vote for them, and then I'll keep it? Or do you say, you know, if it looks like the Conservatives might get in provincially, maybe we should elect a Conservative so that we'll get rewarded for having a Conservative and we'll be able to keep our pool money and our horse track money. Yeah, I mean, it's the kind of thing that you can speculate
this
about
community
forever.
has very often had, say, a Liberal in Ottawa and a Conservative in Queen's Park, or vice versa, or vice versa. I mean, obviously the Liberals are trying to buy votes. I mean, let's be honest. And
That's what governments do.
That's what governments do.
It's a cynical but true.
Governments make promises before an election that with money.
That's right. That's
Generally speaking, though, I think something like this, that's capital funding, again, on the provincial scale, relatively small, split into 3 years, so, you know, $5.5 to $6 million a year for 3 years, probably is pretty safe,
I would think it's much safer as a capital promise than it would be an operating promise. Yeah.